Hi guys, let's talk diverse labour rates. So RH Motive, he put up a video yesterday which I thought was very good, trying to teach people their value and encouraging them to charge what they wanted, which is great advice. You should be able to feel like you can charge what you want and not be dictated by the customer. But it does present two issues. One of those issues is that if I wanted to charge, say £40, but it was costing me £20 an hour to work, then I'd actually only be making £20 an hour, which sounds good. But if my working period is 6 hours a day and I'm only paid for 3 hours a day, so I only have 3 productive hours, obviously because I'm traveling and picking up parts and doing things that will reduce my productivity in terms of income generation, then I will actually only be making £10 an hour. Now, do you want to leave your house, for the mobile guys, do you want to leave your house, get into your van, go and collect a set of pads, go and fit a set of pads, and then repeat the process with the next customer for the sake of a tenner? It's not a lot of money, but if you work all that out, you can charge what you want with a correct profit that will allow you to build your business. So obviously that £10 an hour, that profit, you're not going to be able to buy the latest tools. You're not going to be able to go on the latest courses. You're not going to have enough money to safeguard your business for the future. But if you charge an adequate amount with an adequate amount of profit, you can reinvest that into the business and into yourself and grow your business. The second problem it actually presents is Ryan is considerably better than me at diagnostics. So I'm charging, let's just make it easy, £50 an hour to go out and do some diagnostics. Ryan, just for the sake of argument, I know he's charging more, but he's charging £50 an hour for diagnostics. He's better than me, so I go out and I diagnose his fault in 4 hours. That means I get paid £200 and walking off down the street, clinking my heels and singing a famous ABBA song. Whereas Ryan, because he's better than me, he turns up, he finds the fault in 15 minutes, charges a standard hourly call-out rate, and leaves with 50 quid because he's better than me. So that makes no sense that Ryan would be paid less because he's better. So then this is where that diverse labour rate comes into play. So if you don't follow me on any other social media, you won't know, but on Wednesday, I went and spoke to Tina Drayson, who literally, her brain is just phenomenal. But she was talking to me about, she used a solicitor as an example. Solicitor with a specialist in debt collection, or debt, she said. So if I go to that solicitor with a debt issue, they will have dealt with my case or similar cases day in, day out for an X amount of period of years. They're a specialist in it. This is all they do. So they know exactly what form they need to do. They know where it is. They know how to do it. There's no shrinkage in time of productivity. Everything they do is bang, 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 she said. And even though, because of years of experience and practice, that solicitor can now do it in 15 minutes, that solicitor will still be charging you the hour. So I was using the example that I went out to a car with an engine management light on, had cam crank correlation. So instead of stripping it down, timing it up, I got my scope out. In 20 minutes, I found out that the timing chain had stretched. Don't come out with the technicalities on that. That's not the point here. That timing chain had stretched. And was able to tell the customer. I said to her, but previously, I'd have had to strip that down and time it up. It would have took me a couple of hours. Am I still justified in charging that couple of hours? And then she said about the solicitor, that solicitor can now do the job within 15 minutes, but they will still be charging that customer the adequate amount. So they're not reducing their rate because they can do it faster. They're still charging them the full rate. And I just want to add on that, because I've been thinking about it recently. I want to add on that when you find a good solicitor that you know can guarantee an outcome, you're going to pay them more. So if you're a good diagnostic technician and you can guarantee a diagnosis, you should also be paying them more. Now that's nothing to do with your overheads or what you want, that's value added. So that customer should be paying you more because they know that you're going to find the actual fault, saving them money on somebody who would spend 4 hours to potentially find a fault and charge them another 4 hours to replace parts that didn't need replacing in the first place. So the point of the video is, if you have a diverse labour rate, where like you might get, I'm using diagnostics as an example, but you might get a Mercedes spring in that you know is going to be a nightmare. You might want to charge an extra hour for that, just because you know it's going to be a nightmare. You might get a car that's 20 years old and it's got the original shocks on it. You're going to want to you're charging a little extra for that. And having that diversity in your labour rates means, one, the job is worth your while. Two, you are able to fund not only what you're doing currently, but things that you want to do in the future. So yeah, if you're not doing diverse labour rates, consider it. If you have any opinions on it, let me know in the comment section. Cheers, guys.